Okay, so this is the fall semester Algebra 1 final review, starting with number 14. It says list the key features and graph the line. So I have y equals 1/2 x plus 4. This is slope intercept. Just remember it's y equals mx plus b. My slope is 1/2 and my y-intercept is 4. So then I'm going to look here and I'm going to start at my 4 on my y-axis. So it's positive, so I go up 1/2. If I go down from the starting point 1, then you have to go to the left 2. And there's your line. Y minus 2 equals -3/2 times the quantity x minus 3. So this is going to be point slope. And remember that's y minus y1 equals m times x minus x1. So my slope is -3/2. And my point is the opposite, so it'd be 3, 2. So that's going to be my starting point. 3, 2. I go down 3 and to the right 2. And then you just like so. Okay, C says -2x plus w, or excuse me, plus y equals -6. This is standard form. So standard form is ax plus by equals c. So then I have to find my x-intercept. So when I'm looking for my x-intercept, you just plug 0 in for y and solve for x. So -2x equals -6. So divide by -2. X equals +3. And then for my y, I have just y equals -6. So I go to 3 on my x, put a point, and I go to -6 on my y. And then you connect your line. Okay, this says, what is the y-intercept of graph or equation 14b? So all you're going to do here when you're finding the y-intercept, you plug 0 in for x. So I'm going to have y minus 2 equals -3/2 times 0 minus 3. So that's y minus 2 equals -3/2 times -3, which is then y minus 2 equals 9/2. I add 2 to both sides, which is the same thing as saying 9/2 plus 4/2, which is 13/2, or 6.5. If I wrote it in ordered pair, it'd be 0, 6.5. Okay, so this says write the equation for the line in standard form. So the very first thing we need to do is just solve it, put it in slope-intercept form. So I'm going to first distribute that 1/2 throughout. So I have 1 plus 5 equals 1/2 x plus 2. Then I subtract 5 from both sides. Sorry about my dog in the background. 2x minus 3, 1/2 x minus 3. Then I'm going to subtract the 1/2 x from both sides because I need it to be ax plus by equals c. So when I do that, I'm going to go up here, I have -1/2 x plus y equals -3. I cannot have a fraction in front and I can't have a negative in front. So I'm going to multiply by negative the denominator, which is 2. So that's going to give me x minus 2y equals 6. And that's standard form. For b, you have to first find the slope and then put it in slope-intercept and so on and so forth. So remember, for the slope formula, it's y2 minus y1 over x2 minus x1. So you first have to identify your x1, x2, y1, y2. So I have x1 here, y1, x2, y2. So then I'm going to have 2 minus 4 over negative 3 minus negative 2. This means negative 2 over negative 1. Which then is just 2. So my slope is 2. Now I'm going to put y equals 2x plus b. I'm going to pick one of these points to plug in for y and x to solve for b. So I'm going to do 4 equals 2 times negative 2 plus b. 4 equals negative 4 plus b. Add 4 to both sides. b equals 4. So I'm going to switch. So then I have y equals 2x. I'm sorry, that should be 8. 4 plus 4 is 8. 2x plus 8. Now I subtract the 2x from both sides because I'm putting it in standard form. Get negative 2x plus y equals 8. Multiply the entire thing by negative 1. So 2x minus y equals negative 8. Number 17 says, Jamar sells candy grams for Valentine's Day. Each day he earns a set amount plus a commission. What is the profit per candy gram? So that's just saying what is my slope or my rate of change. So to find that, I can do 2 points and do the slope equation or formula, or I can just say, okay, 13 to 16 is plus 3, plus 3, plus 3, plus 3. This is plus 1, plus 1, plus 1, plus 1. So I have my change of y over my change of x. So my change of y is 3. My change of x is 1. So my slope is just $3. The profit per candy gram is $3. So it says write the linear function to determine Jamar's pay. So I know what my slope is, so that's 3x. And then there's 2 different ways you can find your y-intercept. One is you can do like what we did before where we put y equals 3x plus b and plug one of the points in. Or since there starts with a 1, I can just subtract. I can take 13 minus 3 and I get 10. So it's 3x plus 10. Assume Jamar sells 55 candy grams in one day. How much would he earn that day? So I have f of 55 equals 3 times 55 plus 10. So 165 plus 10. So he would make $175. All right, so the next one says if the point was added to the graph, would the scatter plot remain a function? So if 5, 3 was added, so I go to 5, 3, it does not pass the vertical line test, so no. 6, 1, it does pass the vertical line test, so yes. 7, 7, yes, and 8, 4 would be no. Answer the following questions about the following relation. Domain, range, and ask if it's a function. So first off, the domain is your x values, which is your left side. So it'd be 13, 17, and 20. Range is your y values, so 17 and 4. Is it a function? Yes, because your x values do not repeat, so yes. If the relation is a function, is it 1 to 1? That would be no, because if you flip it around, 17 goes to both 13 and 20. Number 20 says, if f of x equals 3x minus 1, find the value of, so all I'm doing is plugging this number in for x. So f of 2 is going to equal 3 times 2 minus 1. 6 minus 1, so f of 2 equals 5. F of negative 9 would be 3 times negative 9 minus 1. Negative 27 minus 1. So f of negative 9 would equal negative 28. f of 5, I'd have 3 times 5 minus 1, 15 minus 1, so f of 5 is 14. F of negative 2, 3 times negative 2 minus 1, so negative 6 minus 1. F of negative 2 equals negative 7. 21 says, given f of x equals 3x, describe the transformations from f of x to the following functions. So g of x equals 3x plus 4. So all that is up 4. H of x equals 1/2 times 3x. So it's a compression of 1/2 because that is between 0 and 1. 22 says, given the sequence 10, 6, 2, negative 2, what is the first term? The first term would be 10. My common difference is minus 4. Oh, it says right there. What is the difference? So minus 4. Explicit formula is an equals a1 plus n minus 1 times your difference. So I have an equals 10 plus n minus 1 times negative 4. To simplify it, I distribute that throughout. So I'd have an equals 10 minus 4n plus 4. It's negative 1 times negative 4. So my simplified, it would be an equals 14 minus 4n. Recursive formula, I have a1 equals, my first term is 10. Then you have an equals an minus 1, then minus 4. Find the first 4 terms of the sequence. A1 equals negative 3. An equals an minus 1 plus 5. So my first term is just negative 3. Then I'm going to take negative 3 plus 5, which gives me positive 2. I'm going to take 2 plus 5, which gives me 7. Then I'm going to take 7 plus 5, which gives me 12, and that's my first 4 terms. 24 says, given a1, find a1 and a8, given the sequence an equals 6 plus n minus 1 times negative 2. So what you do for that, first off, you don't even have to plug anything in for a1 because I know from the formula that 6 is a1. Then to find a8, I'm plugging 8 in for n. So I'm going to have 6 plus 8 minus 1 times negative 2. 6 plus 7 times negative 2. 6 minus 14. So a8, sub 8, would equal negative 8. Okay, so 25 says a sub n equals 10 minus 6n. What is the first term? Write a recursive rule for that sequence. So I'm going to look at the negative 6n, and I know I have to make it n minus 1. So then I'm going to take the divide by negative 6. So I'm going to have n minus 1 times negative 6. So if I multiplied negative 1 times negative 6, that's a plus 6. So that means my first term would have to be 4. So then my recursive formula would be a1 equals 4. And then an equals an minus 1 minus 6.